Oh,
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Dad Funny Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. Joining me today are my co-hosts, Kelsey, Mandy, and Cody. And today, we're here to talk about some shit. Something I want to kick it off with because I was going to talk about it, but then I was like, I can go ahead and say this for the podcast. So I'm about to be making my first debut back into streaming now that everything's kind of settled down in my personal life here. And damn it, Cody and Mandy, you guys have been talking about a specific game so much that my best friend is now forcing me to co-stream with him. Might be my first stream. By the time people watch this, I've already done it. But yes, Stardew Valley is probably going to be my first stream back.
yeah!
Multiplayer
So
is
much
really
fun.
totally.
Oh, no,
worth
it is. I've done it already. Me and him actually did a 8-hour straight co-stream of Stardew Valley. We were just playing it
Nice.
for fucking 8 hours. Just gone.
Jesus.
Yeah, we started at like 10 o'clock in the night and then got off at 6 o'clock in the morning.
So you got through summer?
Maybe. Well, see, this is the one thing, and I know he watches this shit, so he's gonna fucking totally talk shit to me. But fuck you, Mike. Anyways, so this is the problem with Mike playing any kind of game like that with Mike is that if it has fishing in it, that's all he's gonna do.
Yes,
The
that's all I
moment
do.
He
All
finds
he
out that
does.
there's fishing, he's gone. That is it. I am literally doing
fishing
everything else.
game.
Right? I'm literally doing everything else. If it's got fishing, that's where he's at.
I'm so bad at fishing in the game. It's so hard.
I will say, though, and this is an important strategy. This is like a pro tip. If you are starting out Stardew Valley, fishing is critical in your first season because that's the best way to earn consistent money.
Well,
until
especially
you
in
have
the
another
winter.
source. Well, yeah, in winter too, unless you have tons of animals. I felt bad because like early game, I think I was earning a ton of money by comparison because we were both doing our individual farming.
Yeah.
Because comparison sounds useful at this point.
Well, no, but there's a reason why, and I'll get to it. So we were both
Okay.
doing our own separate farming, and I was fishing a bunch and was making tons of money off fishing. And you were like foraging and farming. But then
You
what
know what
happened
you're supposed to
was around fall, we started getting into livestock. And I was like, okay, Mandy, I'll take over the farming really, and you're going to do the livestock. So we kind of split the farm that way.
Gotcha.
And I was still fishing. So then it hit winter, and it's like the way you can earn money is either off of fishing or livestock. And Mandy was earning like $7,000 a day, and then here I come squeaking in with $30 of fish. Like, I'm still relevant. Like, no, you're not. No, I never out earned her in winter. And it was every day. It was like eggs, milk. Ugh.
Well, and that translates to cheese and mayonnaise, which
Yeah.
earns a ton of money.
And I'm like, I caught a mackerel. So I was
you
disappointed.
contributed.
I did.
Is
I
this
contributed.
game actually fun?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, Stardew Valley is one of those games where you
Yes.
put it on and you're just lost for the rest of the day.
It's
you're just lost.
really
The game
hard
just
to play
takes you.
like one day.
It's hard to play one day, and it's for me. What killed it was the mine in single player,
Yeah.
which I've gotten better now. Like, I have
That's
a better-
all I do. That's
Oh,
all I
gosh.
do. Put me
All
in
you
the
do
mine.
is like Gwent in The Witcher. Like
Exactly.
we don't trust your
Throw
recommendations.
me in the mine. But see, Kelsey though, in the mine, you're literally hunting down gems and shit like that, and you're fighting monsters.
So
Yeah.
really, you just want to be a truffle pig. Like if we
Sure,
could turn you
whatever.
into anything not
So-
human, you would be a truffle pig.
Well,
There are
no,
truffle
but there are
pigs, too.
truffle pigs in the game, though.
oh,
See,
I
Cody
did
can be
not
the
know
farmer.
that.
Cody can be the farmer. Mandy can be the rancher. Mike can be our fisher, and then I'm just gonna go in the dungeon. I'm just gonna be down there. in the
That
mines
would be
all day.
great.
Let's fucking go. Yes.
That'd be great because I like the farming aspect for sure.
You can. tell
But yeah, I would
close.
say my biggest complaints with the game, not in multiplayer, are one, it is a Wikipedia game.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
there
Yes.
is no way to know what to give anybody in that game.
Mhm.
I mean,
Like-
you can pretty much guarantee that if you give like, because you're also trying to make friends with the
You
villager,
can
like the
be or get
townies.
married.
Have you guys ever gotten to an actual marriage?
No.
I did. I
Not
with
yet.
the blonde chick, the only hot one. I don't know what her name
Oh,
is.
Haley.
Haley? Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, no.
I
Do you
made
know
her.
who's the most eligible bachelorette though by a wide margin?
Hold on,
now
hold
that
on.
found out?
I'm gonna take a wild guess here. Wild guess. I don't remember her name. She likes Ameth. Or I can't remember the fucking name
No,
of the stuff.
not
The purple-
Abigail.
No, that's purple hair chick. Everybody goes for her.
Maru.
Which
Maru
one was
is
that
the
one?
most down to earth,
Which one is that
kind
one?
of funny,
That's
intelligent
the
person.
the one who's the daughter
She's the nerd.
of the girl who does the carpentry and the scientist dad.
She wears glasses and bib overalls.
Oh, her? What?
Yes.
No, dude.
No, 'cause
Haley all day.
I
Bro.
went up and talked to her at the dance, and Haley was like, "My dance moves have to be perfect."
Bro.
And then you talk to Maru, and she's like, "This is kind of a weird thing, but the old people like it, so I'm okay." And I'm like, "You have perspective."
To keep Haley happy in marriage, all I had to do was add on an addition to my house for her to sit there and take selfies. That's it. That's all I had to do. That's all I had to do. It was fucking
Haley is
perfect.
stupid.
It was fucking perfect. So I'm out there
Oh.
doing farming and shit, and I come home. She's happy as fuck. She's been taking pictures all day. She'll give a fuck.
I
Oh
did
my
fall
God. Can you
madly
imagine people in
in
real
love
life?
with Emily because I thought she was like the quirky, fun one.
She is quirky.
And then she was like, "Your spirit aura is strong today," and I'm like, "Oh no!"
Is that the sister? The green hair?
No,
That's
that's
blue
blue hair.
It was blue hair, but it's fucking what's her face sister, right? Haley's sister,
One of the
or the roommate or sister, whatever it is.
Maybe it's
Roommate or
roommate.
sister.
She
She's
works
got
in the
short
bar.
blue hair, right?
Yeah, she works in the bar.
Yeah. I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
she's a weirdo.
Yeah,
So
every time I see her, I'm like, fuck off. I'm trying to find your sister. Get out of here. I'm not here to talk to you.
Your complaint was it's a Wikipedia game.
okay, yeah. So it's
Yep.
a Wikipedia game for a lot of things. My other complaint is early game. The mines are really difficult.
They are. That's for sure.
Like
Absolutely.
it is easy to die in them a bunch, and it's really frustrating when you're like out of energy, clumping at a rock. Like I just need the staircase to
Yep.
get down 5 more levels.
Yep.
'cause
So I
every
can
5
hit the
levels it
elevator.
saves.
Yep. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I got the fucking legendary flame sword, and I was just like lighting everything on fire, which was fucking great. And then I
Nice.
accidentally wasn't paying attention to my fucking stamina, and I ran out of stamina. Whenever I woke up, sometimes like if you fucking run out of stamina and you die in the mines,
Kelsey
and
just
then you wake up,
Stamina.
whatever.
Kelsey, just it's not
Yeah.
worth it.
It's not.
No, it
it's
is.
not. Anyways,
It is.
stamina. So, anyways,
Nope.
so you wake up outside the mines. Sometimes
When you run
you'll
out
be
of
missing-
stamina?
When you run out of stamina,
Ah!
right?
I
So
hate this.
you wake up outside the mines, and sometimes you lose your items. That I lost that literally my first time in the mine.
No.
My
You
fucking
can go
flame
buy it
sword.
back though.
I know, but it's like fucking 200 million goddamn fucking gold. I don't have
Well,
that kind of money because I'm
at
dying
that point
in the
you
goddamn
should.
mines. Fuck.
No,
I was
I
so
understand though. There was a couple times that I died, like especially when I was almost at the bottom of the mine and I like knew better and I was I had like tons of food and I just
Right.
wasn't paying attention and I'm like, "No! I lost everything.
Those are the
Like,
worst
I
deaths,
just
dude.
need iron."
Those are definitely the worst deaths whenever it's like it's because you're not paying attention. It's like you have everything kitted, you're good to go, but it's just like, oh my god, dude. Those are the ones that where I'm like, you know what? That's enough Stardew for today.
Wait,
Yeah.
it'll actually just let you kill yourself. There's no warning when you
Oh
get
yeah,
close.
100%. This game does not babysit you.
Well, no, okay. So there's health and there's stamina, right? Or
Stamina.
standima.
No,
whatever
no,
it's
you
said.
say it properly.
And so with health, you get attacked by monsters, so you can get killed by monsters.
Okay.
Or you can mine yourself till you pass out. It does warn you. You like it says I'm getting tired. You start to walk slow.
Or you can at least see that your bar
Yeah.
is like super low. It like starts like sweating.
Yeah, but I mean your character starts to like move differently and then you black
Okay.
out. But what happens is if you're so you've gone down 4 levels from where you started, going
Mhm.
down a 5th level, you can then teleport back to that level that you so every 5 levels is a save point basically.
Yeah.
So if
Okay.
you're on level 49, just like, please, one more rock and I might get to level 50.
And the
And
way
then
it's
you
laid out is
don't.
the entire map is just got rocks all over it. The ladder that goes down to the next floor is random underneath one of those rocks. So there could be like 200 rocks, and you have no idea which fucking rock it's under. And you're low on stamina. It's like, fuck, which one? So then you're down there and you're like, well, I'm definitely taking this gamble. This is fucking happening, right? I'm one of those guys where like as soon as I get low and I don't have any food, I'm looking for any barrel I can break. And I'm like, please let there be a goddamn cave carrot in here.
Just one
Please,
carrot.
for the love of God, something. Like I'm starting to eat like bug guts and shit. Like, please give me something here. I do that all the time. Oh, the game's so good, dude.
Yeah, and I
That's
will
a lot
say
of
a good combo too that I found was fishing and mining is good because you just fish a ton of fish and then you go down the mine and eat those fish to keep yourself alive, you know.
Yeah, I try. What I try to
Can't
do is
mine
like,
sushi. Ooh.
I think every time
You
me and
can
Mike
eventually make
play,
sashimi.
he goes straight into like building the farm, and then I go straight into tearing everything down. That's like the bushel that's left over and shit.
Mandy did that too.
So
yeah.
I do that, and then I use all the shit that I get from that to make those fucking farm boy snacks or whatever, and then I take those with me
yeah.
down
Boy
into
snacks?
that's what they're called, right? The farm boy
Yeah,
snacks.
No.
well,
What-
I don't remember
They're
what
called
it's
like
called.
field rations, but you can call them farm
Whatever.
boy
Farm
snacks.
boy snacks. I could have swore they were like farm boy snacks or something. Who knows?
I like farm
Anyway,
boy snacks.
I do too, right? So, and then you take those with you down into the mines.
That's also a good idea because that's
Yeah.
an early recipe you get.
Yeah.
You don't need a kitchen to make those.
Correct. Exactly. It's just nuts and more nuts and more nuts.
And they're called farm boy snacks. This
And
is
they're called
Yeah,
farm
they
boy
refill
snacks.
your stamina.
Yeah.
God, do not help him.
Stamina.
Try it again.
Stamina.
Really? Nope.
I'm out the
Getting
stamina.
worse.
But people I've known longer have tried harder. This started back in Diablo 2 because your characters would actually voice what they're out of. So it'd be like, I'm out of mana. And then it's like, I'm out of stamina. And I was like, oh, stamina. And they're like, well, that's not how it said. And that's not how he said it either. And I was like, I'm out of stamina. So it's just been a thing. And so it will forever be a thing.
God, I will twitch every time you say that word.
I miss that game. God damn it. I love just
What,
walking
Diablo
around.
or
Sitting-
Stardew?
Diablo 2. Stardew I miss a lot, but I mean, I'm about to play it. So I'm like, I can't really miss it because it's about to happen. So
Yeah, right.
You're just
Yeah.
excited.
I'm excited. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We haven't fucking played that in a
I've
while.
always wanted to try Diablo, and I feel like one time I started playing it, and it's like it's
Well,
not a
which
fair
one,
review to
though?
play it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, but which one did you start
I
on?
think it was 2.
Yeah, two was the best out of the series for me because like it's just a nostalgia. 3 was really good. I got a lot of hopes for 4. They better hope that 4 is good because I mean they decided that the last time that they were going to release a game it was only mobile anyway. So
That was is that Bethesda?
no, that is Blizzard.
No, it's Blizzard. Right,
Mhm.
right. I couldn't remember which gaming company recently had like lit themselves on fire and started screaming at their fans.
Yeah, that was Blizzard. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because that was Blizzard, and now I think it's Bethesda that everyone hates.
Oh, Bethesda! Everybody hates Bethesda. That's
Yeah,
because of
which
Fallout
that
76.
happened totally
That's Fallout
under the
76.
radar for me because I just don't follow video games anymore. So I'm still thinking like everyone loves them because of Skyrim, right? Fallout 4 was okay.
Well, the
Wait, why
funny
do they
thing.
hate Bethesda?
Well,
now?
so the reason why they hate Bethesda,
Fallout 76.
and we did a review show on this, me, Brandon, and Dylan, and the shit that me and Brandon were saying was fucking hilarious, but I still hold to it to this day.
Wow,
So they
toot your own
released-
horn there.
Yeah, I know. So they released Fallout 76, which was their first time doing a massive multiplayer online version of Fallout, which everybody
Yeah.
wanted. There was so many times I played a Bethesda game like Skyrim or whatever, and I was like, if I could have a friend in here with me, this game would be fucking amazing. I would never stop playing it.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't anything like what we wanted. Nothing. Not even close. There was so many glitches. So many
See,
bugs. A
that's
lot of the
where-
game was unplayable. This is where people got mad.
Yeah.
Bethesda did something smart. And I will still say that they did something smart. People can fucking hate me for it all they want to, but this was the smartest thing Bethesda could have ever done. So instead of releasing their game on like Steam or any other kind of platformer or launcher, they decided to make their own launcher. So you had to buy the game directly from them. And everybody wants to go do that. And the reason why they did that is because no one pays attention to the fine print. Well, the fine print
can't
said
return
you
it.
can't return the game. Because they knew that there were a lot of bugs. They knew a lot of people were going to return this game. But they also knew that they were going to take the money they got from the game to make the game better, which they did. It was whenever the game came out, about 40% of it got returned. Out of that 40% that got returned, 35% got bought back about 3 to 4 months after the game came out. So the game is 100% playable now, 100%. And everybody that's pretty much returned their copy fucking bought it back. So it's not like they didn't deliver on it, but they knew that it was going to be a fucking hot mess when it
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah.
And they fucked people
That's
hardcore.
Pretty crazy.
And I was like laughing so hard. I'm like, all these people are like, it's illegal that they don't refund me my game. And I'm like, dude, I wish I was a fucking fly on the wall with Bethesda right now. Just like, these dumb motherfuckers, dude. They don't read the fine print. Like, oh my God.
Well, and
so
then
many
they
people are so
released
mad.
another game that was kind of a bust, didn't they? What was that?
Oh. Bethesda?
Yeah.
Like their latest game that came out didn't do super
Are you
well.
talking about the last Elder Scrolls? Because that was hot trash too. Their first MMO.
Well,
of
yeah,
Elder
the last
Scrolls?
Elder Scrolls was also a bust. But
Fucking-
what was the other game that they've released kind of recently? Oh man, I don't remember. Maybe there's nothing,
Bethesda?
but yeah, I thought there was something.
Hmm.
Oh no, it was that what's it called came out. That's basically Fallout. Outer
Oh, Outer
came
Worlds. Yeah, but that wasn't
out.
Bethesda
Yeah.
though.
No, it wasn't, but it was kind of like a kick in the balls for them.
Oh,
'cause
for
it's
sure. It's
Just,
basically
it's just
Fallout.
Fallout with blackjack and hookers. Like,
Yeah, pretty
it's-
much. Yeah, 100% correct on that one.
You guys screwed
100%
up
correct.
Fallout, so now we're gonna do it better.
That's so funny. I'm so in my PC gaming world that just everybody is mad at EA with The Sims constantly.
God, yes.
EA's constantly a nightmare.
Yeah.
And I
EA is
love
constantly a
SimCity,
nightmare.
but oof, EA.
Well, and the whole thing with this, like, okay, I've been a Sims person for years, like decades at this point, and just everybody's constantly pissed off because, like, well, they release things. It's like the main game, and then
they do
expansion
bundles.
packs, and then game packs, and then stuff packs, and it's like half of this stuff we got in previous games for free, like with the base game. So what the hell are you doing? And I think it's been like 5 years, and they're fine. Like people who bought the game are finally like, okay, it's kind of up to our standards now through like yearly patches. Like, oh Lord.
I think the last game that I had that experience with, and this was a while ago, but I was really excited for it, was No Man's Sky.
Oh, I remember
Oh
that.
my god,
Fuck's
dude.
sake.
Talk
And-
about a
damn
hot
thing.
pile of fucking trash, bro.
Well,
Yeah.
and it's the same thing though, that like now the game has gotten a lot better. It still really isn't the game that was advertised exactly, but it's closer.
But see,
you
that's
know?
the difference. Fallout 76 actually is the game that was advertised.
But like I defended it for a while, even after it released, and I did enjoy playing it for a while. But there
you
was like a
finally get burnt?
lull,
You finally
right?
got
So
burnt?
it came out. It was $60, which is ridiculous for that game.
Oh, for sure.
That is-
100%.
And I was like, I
bullshit.
did enjoy playing the game. And I talked to one of my friends who still plays and enjoys the game, and we're both like, okay, this is an indie game made by 10 people. They overcharged for it,
Mhm.
but it feels like an indie game that should have cost $20, and I would have been happy. But they
Okay.
charged 60. That's steep. And when you watch like the lead up to the game, the interviewers were like twisting their arms to say it was multiplayer, and were like pushing to like make it seem better. Like you can see where they're like, so was it multiplayer? And the guy's like, no. And they're like, but is it? And he's like, no, not really. And they're like, well, but if we did something impossible, and he's like, ugh, sure, it's multiplayer now, you know.
Right.
So that was cool. But what happened to me was the game released, it was not done, which I think is garbage,
Yep.
especially now that they've like
Yeah.
clearly wanted to do more on the game than they did when it released. And
Mhm.
as they were patching it, it hit a point where I couldn't play the game anymore because it wouldn't run on my computer at the time. So when
Yeah.
I got the game, I met the system requirements. And then they patched the game to the point where I no longer met the system requirements.
That's
And I'm like,
dick, dude.
Okay, well, what the heck? Like, you just patched me out of the game.
Yeah.
So then that happened. And then I came back to the game a little bit later, and they had added a mode called like hardcore mode.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, this sounds fun. I like Minecraft hardcore, where like if you die, you're dead, right?
Right.
You have to restart.
Mhm.
I'm the same way.
So I start the game, I land on a planet, and I could not survive. It is challenging to survive. The game started and I was dying, and I could not gather the resources to survive. They were not within walking distance.
Damn.
And the only thing you can do at the beginning of the game is walk, and there is no creative solution to be had because all of your equipment's broken. So it's like, I can't get in my ship and survive. I can't walk over there to get the thing I need to fix my suit so I don't die. So I did that 4 times. All 4 times I died on the first planet.
Damn.
And I'm just like, so you just released a broken version of your own game. Good job, guys. Like, great. And then like, you know, a year goes by and now they've patched it to the point where it's playable. But I'm just like, oh, wow. That was bad. That was a bad
like,
execution.
Maybe like, I don't know, play test it before you release it. I don't understand
Yeah.
this idea of like, I get it
There
if
needs
you're
to be
like a
more alphas.
developer. Yeah, I
Let's
get
tell
like
her
if
to
you're
do
a
that.
Yeah.
what?
Well, especially for
There
that
needs to be
game.
more alpha, so like don't start together.
yeah.
When that
Well,
game
like,
released, it was $20 or $14 to buy in.
Yeah.
And they told you from the get-go, this is not the completed game. Not the completed game at all. And
Well,
then it was like,
Minecraft
but
was
you're
like
showing
that.
it. Minecraft
Yeah.
was a fucking alpha for like fucking 20 fucking years.
Yeah, I
Don't
bought
Starve
that game
Together
when it
Yeah,
was
like
out.
had a fucking time on it when it was like, it's no longer going to be an alpha anymore.
Yeah.
Mandy, go ahead and finish your thought.
No, I was just gonna say, like, we got Minecraft when it was an alpha,
Yeah.
and we constantly got patch updates, but the game was playable. It just wasn't like completed.
Yeah.
Which I think that's the biggest difference is like as long as the game is playable, like you if you're gonna do the patches, then you have to have the most simplest like the game has to be simple and playable. That's it. Then you can start adding your patches to get it to the level that you want it to.
Yeah.
Because what? Minecraft's been out, let's see, we were freshmen in college.
It's been out 10 years.
So yeah, it's been out for a decade. And that's weird to think about, but it's been out for a decade. And like it still patches and adds stuff.
Yeah, and people are still
Mhm.
obsessed with it.
Yeah, and so like, but that's a good example of a game. Don't Starve is another one where it's like it's in a system. I've been watching this person create this game called Yandere Simulator, and it's a weird game, but it's a really interesting like development thing because he posts monthly YouTube videos.
Oh, neat.
But it's like it's really fascinating to see like the development, but it's been in like a buggy alpha for probably 3 to 4 years now. But people like you get the updates and it's like, okay, well, we were able to play in like a sandbox thing. Now you're just getting the better version constantly. So I don't know. It's so frustrating because Sims did the same thing where it's like you buy the game and there were things missing. Like clearly things that came in every other game.
It's when
Mhm.
you charge $60
Yes.
and you're not transparent about
Well,
it.
and
Yes.
yeah, well, that's the biggest part is the transparency. The transparency is the biggest part. Like whenever Don't Starve did it, Klee Entertainment came straight out and they're like, "Hey, you're spending $14 on Don't Starve. This is not completed. We're letting you know that now. If you spend the $14, you won't get a refund for it because this is not a completed game. We're letting you know right now. Even whenever you went to go to the purchase, it still told you that too. It's like, but when the game is completed, you will not be charged again for it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Easy,
I got
simple
Don't
run.
Starve together for $14 because I bought Don't
$14.
Starve
Yeah.
way back when,
Mhm.
and I've never really played it that much, but I have on occasion, and I've gotten Don't Starve Together, all of that for free for $14.
Exactly.
Which, the point where No Man's Sky released, that's where they were at, realistically.
And No Man's Sky, I agree it was a major fail, but I just bought another one in alpha, Scraps. Have any of you guys heard of that one?
No.
It was just on sale on Steam, and Cody, I honestly think you'd love it. It is a multiplayer, and it's a multiplayer where you build your own car, and it actually has like these different physics for this car, and then you go and you battle other people's
Oh,
cars.
that does sound fun.
That sounds
And-
fun.
And they were really honest. Like before I bought it, there was a line at the bottom that was just like, this is a project of love from one developer, and it may never be finished.
Yeah.
Ever. And so we're going to try to keep it as playable as we can. We're genuinely trying to finish this game. Any suggestions you have on bugs are always helpful. Please always report those. But this is an alpha, and one person's working on it.
Yeah.
I
That
got it
reminds
for
me.
$4, and I have had way more than $4 worth of fun, and it's been fantastic so far. And it's highly playable. I can jump online at any point in time, or I can just play against AIs. But I'm having a freaking blast. And Cody, I really want you to get this game so that you and I can just like make cars and blow each other up
I
because
will
I
look
think
into
that
it.
sounds like fun.
Well, and stuff like that I think is awesome. Like, I like that there's a version of game development where you are saying, do you want to be a part of the development? Great. This is a buggy mess.
Yeah.
know that up
Yandere
front.
Simulator is. It's really fun to watch.
Yeah. And that stuff is cool because you feel like you're part of the process and you're like supporting someone small scale. I think with No Man's Sky, what happened is like, again, like I was pretty on the developer's side of it when it first released. I will say the reality is the gameplay footage was a lie.
Oh, for sure.
That was
100%.
not real gameplay footage. I think it was in-engine gameplay footage, but it was
makes
not
sense.
so the planets were randomly generated. That was a manicured planet that he played through. So it's
Mhm.
not really what the game was like, but that's not, I don't think that's really uncommon for game development though, that they'll have like a little sandbox that's like, here's the engine, here's what you
Yeah.
can expect, and it never gets quite to there. Like you can see that happen. But it got so much press that I think the expectation of the game grew to a point where it was completely unrealistic. And then that made the developer get real defensive. So when the game released, it was like he knew it wasn't right. So then afterwards, his response was real crappy because, he had
Well,
been like
'cause
pressed into releasing this
they
game.
were pushing multiplayer. I remember that.
Yeah.
When the developer wasn't ready for it, and then I remember, I think you said it was like millions and millions of infinite possibilities of world.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
supposed
And
to be.
it's
It's
like,
supposed to be never ending. Yeah.
yeah,
Which
well,
it technically was.
but
Yeah.
here's the thing too, is like, realistically, not every world is gonna be great then. Like,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
if
the
it's
problem is
randomly generated.
all of them.
I mean, but that would be a good thing, though. Like, I mean, if every world literally took you fucking hours to go through, I mean, I would want some duds in there too, because it just
Yeah.
makes it,
right,
like,
but it was
that makes
all
the random see like random. Yeah, no, I know. I fucking played it for a little bit.
So maybe
Yeah.
maybe they needed to, like, okay, these elements are like the star elements, so they're like more likely to get
And I mean,
played.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that would've
there
been-
was
that
a
would've
lot
been
of that
helpful.
stuff,
Yeah.
but then like just the gameplay loop too was totally unmotivated, but not in a way that ever made you feel like you were cultivating something. So like Minecraft, there's a sense of growing your own community and
Right.
Yep.
exploring, and you can see stuff that is kind of cool,
Mhm.
and there's little nuggets left all over the world that are fun to find. With No Man's Sky, every planet you hit was just the same version of boring, and you would just go and shoot crystals with a pistol, and then you would get back in your spaceship and leave, and you couldn't have a home base, so you couldn't grow a community and like grow
That
like
is
your own
weird.
place.
I didn't realize you couldn't have a home base.
You can now. They added that a year
Oh.
and a half later or whatever. But at first, there was really no way to backtrack. You were just constantly jumping forward, and you weren't really exploring. You were just jump forward, jump forward, jump forward, and then it'd be the same 4 planets, it felt like.
So, have either one of you two, Mandy and Cody, played Astroneer?
I
No.
have.
My
No.
sister played it, and she came and she was like, "This is what No Man's Sky was supposed to be."
I think No Man's Sky, or I'm sorry, Astroneer is a perfect blend between Minecraft and Astroneer, or No Man's Sky. Just a little bit
I
more.
feel like
cartoony.
I've heard of it. Astroneer.
No, I haven't
think it's
played
like
it.
a
I
$20
played,
game, and it's
like
on every
Space
system.
Engineer, which is something else.
No, this is completely different than that. This
You know,
is-
I have seen trailers for it. Even though I haven't actually played it, I have seen trailers.
It's the perfect
And it
mix.
looks really good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I played the shit out of it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that looks like the footage from the
Yeah.
trailer of of No Man's Sky.
Yeah, you guys know her, Bree.
Yeah.
Not the Brie that we have on the channel, but actually the Brie that's behind the channel, to be totally honest. She played it and she said it's everything that No Man's Sky was supposed to be, because she actually lived in my house when we got No Man's Sky, and she came home one day to me just in a blinding rage, and what had happened was I'd had a bad day and I was like, I just want to play something that will help me relax and be chill and just be very chill. So I played No Man's Sky and I got so angry at
Oh,
No Man's
no.
Sky that she came home and I was in a blinding rage, and she's like, what happened? I'm like, this goddamn game. And so she ended up trying to play the game to figure out, it's like, is Kelsey just being like aggressive and weird and angry? And then she ended up playing it and she's like, this is an unplayable game for reasons that are totally fixable and avoidable. And so she went and recently played Astroneer and came to my house and was like, this is everything No Man's Sky was supposed to be. It is fun, it is engaging, it is beautiful, it is interesting, it is challenging in all the right ways. There aren't puzzles, but there are ways of solving problems, and you kind of learn how the game kind of wants you to go through that. It's everything. Chris, I'm sorry I'm stealing this from you, but it's everything that No Man's Sky was supposed to be.
I've heard that. I kind of do want to give it a shot now because
It's a lot of fun.
I
It's a lot of
really
fun.
like the art style.
Yeah, no, it's a
The
lot
The
of
art's
fun.
beautiful.
And it's one
beautiful.
of those things where it's like, no matter where you go, you're gonna run into something new that you didn't know before, and it's like one of those things that's awesome to me is it's like, is this dangerous to me?
All right, now here's the big
like
question.
you have to have that scary part.
that thing that
Multiplayer?
you said,
Yes.
yes, I believe it is really important, I think, which is in any open world game or open galaxy game, that so often happens where they're like, we have this giant map, it's amazing, and then you're like, is there anything in the map? No. You just have to walk an hour to get anywhere. Like, well,
Yeah, see,
it's
now
not
with this one, like
interesting.
you can walk. So the coolest part about that little gun is like it breaks down material, and it stores it in your backpack. So then you can reshoot it. So like for instance, like you want to go down the ground, it just breaks the ground down into dust, and it stores in your backpack, and then you can just shoot the dust back out to get you back out of the ground if you wanted to do that.
Nice.
So that's
So
the
you don't even
Minecraft
have
element.
to. Yeah, that's the Minecraft element. So you don't even have to go across the map. You just fucking go down, and you'll fall into a tunnel like within probably like 5 seconds. But that's the cool part is like you don't know anything about the game. So like my first time in there, I died instantly because I went down and there were these crystals on the wall. And I was like, oh wow, these crystals. So I start bringing crystals down. They start shooting out dangerous, poisonous gas at me, and I died instantly. And I was like, well, god damn. I was like, this game doesn't fuck around.
I like there being a learning loop. You know,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
I
yeah,
talked
big
about that hardcore mode where
Yeah.
I died right away, but then I died 4 more times.
Right,
There's no
exactly.
solution, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, Astroneer is a really fun game. The only thing that really kind of got me away from it was when I got the Xbox, and this isn't on the game. This is Xbox's fault. But whenever Xbox came out with their Ultimate Game Pass, whenever you buy that, all the games that you have on the Game Pass, you can also play on your computer as well. And me and Mike went to go play Astroneer together on the computer because it's just easier to stream on the computer than it is to stream on the Xbox, and we can have all of our layouts and shit like that. And so I
Yeah.
went to go do that, and like we physically could not connect. Like it just would not let us in a game together.
Weird.
So that kind of fucking sucked, but it was. I looked it up, and everybody's like, it's just because the Xbox thing is still kind of in a beta thing, and it's just having a lot of issues. So just kind of have to wait on it because it was like as soon as the Game Pass came out, we went. And that was the
It's
first
only
game we tried.
$20 right now
Yeah.
on Steam.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah, I
bad at
actually
all.
just figured that out. Honestly, I'm probably going to buy this based
Yeah,
I know.
on
fun.
Bree's
Like,
recommendation
we get up,
alone.
like,
Like, I'm
ooh.
adding it to my cart as we speak. I will be buying this once this podcast is over.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucking fun. I enjoyed the shit out of it. It's a really fucking good game. Yeah, and it's one of those where like I could even play it by myself for a little while too because there was just so many things as far as like learning new shit, and I was like, Jesus Christ, like I didn't know that this is a fucking part of the game. All right, cool. So yeah,
Offer ends
do-
on the 27th, so by the time the podcast comes up, you guys can't get it for the
Nope.
promotion, but we can.
but we
But we will
can
already have this.
fucking
That is
suck it,
something
nerds.
I love about finding a new game is like, as much as I said a problem with Stardew Valley is it's a Wikipedia game, that's true. I do love though that thing where you're like, now I'm going to learn the game, you know, and you
Yep.
can get all like,
Well,
Yeah.
I feel like there's a difference between like learning the mechanics of the game and learning how things work versus like, there's tons and tons of items. Which 5 is this one villager gonna like?
yeah.
So our relationship points go up.
I think that's where
Yeah.
like the problem with Stardew is they should have had a better way for you to learn about people to give them the appropriate gifts.
Yeah, like sneak in their house and read their diary.
But I like the
Which I
idea that you
did.
can learn strategies online. That's cool. Like,
Okay, knowing that you can sneak into a house and read someone's diary and like the ultimate consequences aren't that bad, this absolutely sounds like Cody's perfect game. Like if
you
got-
can just walk into houses.
yeah, but you
Just-
can't get into.
You can't get into their rooms until you get their relationship points up high enough to where they're okay with you being in the room.
Yeah.
So
So
you
they-
can go into
they
the
should-
house, but you can't go in the room.
I guess maybe if you like talk to other people, they should drop that more often. Like Caroline likes the color blue. Like great,
Yeah, like a
okay,
hint of give her blue items or something.
Yeah.
I still remember
guess
the
the-
best items to give Haley was sunflowers. Like that was the easiest one because I would just make a shit ton of sunflowers and cut them all down and wouldn't sell any of them. And I have like 50 sunflowers, and just every once in a while, I just give her a sunflower. Like here you go, take this.
perfect.
Love me. Fuck.
love me.
Well,
Let me in your room. I want to read your diary, please.
that
Take the
is a
sunflower.
like straight ripoff of Harvest Moon, like that
Oh,
mechanic
for
of
sure.
giving gifts. But I'm like, there is the part of me that's like, so relationships in this game are 100% built on here's a present, here's a present, here's a present. Will you marry me?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to talk to them if you don't want to. You
Yeah,
can just gift them.
Just gift them things. You don't have to learn. I will say they have heart events, and those are kind of cool. Like,
Yeah,
there's this
taking the
dude.
dance
Well, there's this
And the
guy
fair.
called Huh?
and the fair too.
Yeah.
Well, but there's like the heart events are like little cutscenes you get when you're good enough friends. So
Mhm.
like I became really good friends with Linus, who's like the guy that lives in the tent up at the top of the map.
Bro, why? Just why, Cody?
Because he's
No.
really
Out of everybody on the map, you make friends with the homeless guy. Literally
There-
everybody on the I'm Kelsey.
Have you met Cody?
I know, but
There-
still, this dude, I'm not joking. He is legitimately the homeless guy.
He's so
It's not-
nice.
Bro.
and he'll take any of your foraged items.
The reason it's really easy to be friends with him, his favorite things are any foraged item, that is stuff you pick up off the ground, or 2.
No shit.
After you give him enough of those, he gives you the recipe for sashimi, which is just fish. So all I did was fish and pick up stuff off the ground, became his really good friend. Then he gives you a recipe for wild bait, which makes it easier to fish.
I guarantee you.
Extremely valuable.
I
to be friends
guarantee
with.
you. Cody blew him in that tent to get that recipe. Guarantee.
No,
Can you do that in this game? Don't
No,
That-
you can marry people.
You
and
marry
can have
people
babies.
and make babies. Exactly. That shit happens. Guarantee you.
Well, only
Fucking
with like
Cody
the
and
12
Linus have like a
eligible-
little fucking foraging redheaded stepchild running around somewhere. Guarantee you. Fucking Linus, dude. Jesus Christ.
But he was really nice. He's like, everyone in town is mean to me except you.
I
Come into my
literally
tent.
ignore that guy every time I play.
Oh,
He's
no,
like,
Linus is a
hey,
sweetheart.
because the first thing you do for him is finding some lost item, right? That he lost.
Yeah, he lost his raspberry bucket.
Yeah, and I tell him fuck off every time. Like, no, fuck you. No, I'm not. I'll find your raspberry bucket and then I'll sell it. Fuck you. Like, no, get out of here.
Whoa, you're so mean.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
him.
really
He's
Such
hard.
a
homeless.
nice guy in real life.
He's
I think
homeless.
you missed the point of Stardew Valley.
No,
Point is
my
to be
point of
nice
Stardew
to
Valley is to kill shit in the mines, get an amazing sword, and fuck Haley. Those are my 3 prime objectives. Make money is up there somewhere too.
I just want to pet the animals.
Can you pet the animals in this
Yes,
game?
you
Yes, you
can, and
can.
they give you little hearts, and their
and
relationship
then
with
their
you
milk
goes up.
gets better.
Yes.
Guys, this game is also on sale, so I'm also buying this.
You
It's-
should. You
Yeah.
really
Oh,
should.
We need
Yeah,
to do.
we can
We
play it
need to
together.
do. Yeah, I'm about to say we need to do like a dead funny game night again, where all 4 of us just get on and play Stardew Valley and just
I like
see.
this idea.
Yeah, I do
That's
too.
so
That'd be a lot
fun.
of fun. Because it's like, isn't it like the
Great.
5th day you get your fucking random stray pet, right? Isn't it like the 5th day or
Yeah,
something? It's
something
pretty
like
early.
that.
Something like that.
Yeah, you get
You
to
get a
choose.
stray as a pet?
Yeah, this
Yeah, you
lady
get a
knocks
cat or
on
a
your
dog.
door and she's like, "Do you want this stray pet?" It's like, "Do you want a cat or a dog?" Oh, that's the best part about Stardew Valley. That's the best part. I forgot about that. Was the fact
Dog?
that you get to preset that shit. So it's like you're making your character, Kelsey, and it asks you, "Do you like dogs or cats?" So you pick one. That's the animal that's going to show up as the stray. And then it also asks you to literally type in, and this is they should have never done this. To ask you, what is your favorite thing in the world? And you could type in whatever you want. And so whenever you go to get a specific item in the mine, it scrolls that across the screen. Your character says that. I kid you not. I was like, there's no way this is right? So Cody knows what I'm talking about.
Makes
So,
sense now.
yes. So I literally typed in pounding puss. Like, that's literally what I typed in. And I kid you not, I get inside of my character's like, I love pounding puss. And I was like, yes! Yes! This game is amazing! It's literally a little text chat and everything. It came from my character. I was like, yes! Oh,
I
my
said
God.
pancakes because I'm not a monster.
I don't remember what I said.
Oh my God! Well, I
I'm
tell you
gonna
what.
guess it wasn't pounding puss. Just
No, it
If
wasn't
you get to
that.
the bottom of the mine and you get that fruit and you eat it, and it tells you to say what your favorite thing is, you'll figure out what it was you typed in there. Oh my God!
It's really funny going and looking at the images if you look up favorite thing from Stardew Valley, because people do like butts.
Mm.
There
And
are a
weed.
lot of sexy mods for Stardew Valley. There are a lot.
Which is
Oh
very
my God, someone
weird
did
because
hentai.
it's not
Sex
like
mods.
you really get any kind of like features from any of the characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
Like,
why
it's
are you
minimal
with
minimal.
Haley again?
Actually,
Because
question.
she's
Go ahead.
very easy to maintain. She just wants to take pictures all day, dude.
All right.
I can be in the mines all day. She doesn't give a fuck. If I'm dating Abigail or someone else and I'm in the mines all day, I come home and it's like, you never spend time with me. I'm unhappy. We might need to get a divorce. Haley, I give her a fucking sunflower in the morning. I come home, get it in at night. She fucking takes selfies all day. Good to go. That's all she needs, dude. She is supposed to be the high maintenance one. She's got the whole like preppy girl, high maintenance shit going on. She is the lowest maintenance in the game. Lowest.
You know,
Sunflower in the morning,
Like,
hit it
no.
at night, good to go. That's all she needs, dude. Selfie room for her to fucking sit there and take pictures all day. She's got the goddamn stupid towel up in the background where it looks like she's on a beach. Fuck it. I don't care about none of that. You do you. I'm gonna go in the mines and kill people and get money for us to stay in this goddamn farm because I don't want to farm.
Actually, that was my question. Getting off of this subject as quickly as I possibly can.
Good call.
Is this just like Farmville slightly upgraded?
Have you ever played Harvest Moon?
Can you bang people in Farmville?
I have no idea. I never played it.
Oh, have you ever played Harvest Moon?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why would you ask
have
that?
you ever-
Why would you ask that? That makes I can't stand it when people do that. When you ask, is it like this game, but you never played the game? What are you fucking referencing?
No, I never played the game. He may have played the game.
Fair enough. Okay.
I think he's talking about Farmville.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Oh.
Farmville. Yeah, whenever y'all like, is it like Farmville? If I said yes, how would you know? You never played Farmville. What are you referencing?
So I watched other people play Farmville. Like people pull it up on their phones, like, I gotta get my cucumbers right now, and I'm, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's not wholly different from that. It's also like not a lot different from Minecraft in some ways, except the map is smaller and you're on a more focused path. You're building a farm.
I mean, I
It
think
also
the
sounds
best
like
way
you're
to look
building a
at it.
community at the same time.
Yeah, so I guess it's hard to like make comparisons because this game is an absolute photocopy of a Nintendo game called Harvest Moon.
Yes, it
Like,
is.
Everything is a copy of Harvest Moon.
Harvest Moon
yeah,
is so
of
good.
Harvest Moon. But it has that like almost addicting like Sim City feel to it, where it's like you're building up to things. You know, you have an account that's growing, so you can
Mhm.
buy better things, so you can have a nicer farm, so you can get the greenhouse. So there's all these little goals you can reach for, and that's kind of what you're like. And also, it's just cool to see your farm become like crazy productive. You know, so it has that kind of reward to it, I guess.
What's her name charges way too much to upgrade your farm, by the way. She needs to stop with
Robin?
that
Oh,
shit.
Robin, yeah.
Fuck her.
The coop is
Fuck her.
expensive early on. It takes a while to get to having chickens, but they are so profitable.
But
So worth it.
that's the first person I tried to sleep with, and then like after like fucking 3 weeks of just trying to fucking holler at Robin, then I found out she was already married, and I was like,
yeah.
I know,
This is
because
bullshit.
Robin's my
Oh my
favorite.
I
God.
was like, this
So
is
what ended
bullshit.
up happening is now I kind of decided her daughter's my favorite. Don't read
Jesus
too much into
Christ.
that. It's creepy.
Yeah, it's worth spoiling.
Jesus Christ. Well, it's funny because like I started following her around for a little while, trying to figure out like more about her because I didn't know she was married. And then I saw her husband, and he would go like take walks. I'm like, what if something mysterious happened and her husband didn't make it back home?
Yeah, he's always standing on a cliff, just a
Yeah,
little nudge.
just a little
you know?
nudge, and he's fucking gone. Like,
And
fuck
then
you,
you're
dude.
comforting Robin. You're
Yep.
telling
Oh
her
my
you'll
gosh.
take care of her daughter.
And then I'm banging Robin, and she's fixing up my farm for free.
You
Well-
two are the worst.
Oh, do you want to know something ice cold though? This is someone else. Someone else did this. So, if
I like how
I
you
no
had to
longer
preface
believe
that. Yeah.
if you're dating guys, there is a sad boy you can date named Shane.
Oh, I know who you're.
He's
gonna-
a
what you're
real
gonna talk
sad boy. He works at
remember his
Joja
name.
Mart, and he's always like kind of dirty and shiftless looking,
And he's always drinking.
and he drinks a lot, and his favorite things are like pizza and nachos, you know? But you can marry him.
I guarantee
one
you,
of-
JoJo Mart is going to be fucking Kelsey's favorite part about the game.
What makes you say
There
that?
is no way.
There's no way.
She
No,
will
no,
go for JoJo.
no. I know there's no way she'll go for it, but the struggle of JoJo Mart coming into her town
Oh,
is
yeah.
going to be Kelsey's favorite part of the game.
That's
Because you
a
have
good
like this
flavor
little.
to the game that
you
they
ha-
just put Walmart in it.
Yeah, it's basically what it is. You have like your little
Unambiguously.
hometown store that's ran by, and all of a sudden the guy starts struggling because he can't keep up with prices. You're like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, JoJo Mart just opened up. It's basically a Walmart. Gets opened up literally right across the bridge from your town.
Okay, that's gonna be a little real for me in the middle of the game.
That's what I'm
gonna
saying.
Get actively
But-
angry about that.
Fucking
You can
Kelsey's gonna be
choose
out there
to
protest
screw
signs
over
and shit.
JoJo Mart.
I will.
Absolutely. You can fight the power.
If
So
you can,
anyways-
I will.
She marries this guy who's like depressed and miserable, and she married him for the sole reason of not because she loved him, but because if you marry him, you get a blue chicken, and she wanted that blue chicken.
I
So
know
she
exactly
marries.
who you're talking about.
She marries
Yeah, you
this
do.
guy, and what she finds out is his room is messy. And she's like, it's not worth the blue chicken, and then she divorces him.
Jesus
unceremoniously for being messy. He's this poor, depressed Walmart employee that she married for property and then divorced.
Didn't she get to keep the blue chicken when they divorced, though?
I don't think she got to keep the blue chicken. It just wasn't worth it.
God, I have to text her and see if she got
So
to
she
keep the blue
just
chicken.
didn't even care. She was just ice cold.
Because his room was messy.
Yeah.
God, could you imagine? I would have divorced you years ago.
Right? I do think it's funny, though, that in real life her husband is very neat.
He
I'm
is the neatest of everyone we know.
Apparently that's good for you. Because otherwise you would get divorced.
I always said it would be awesome, like if they had it to where like you could write notes to like your spouse or whatever in the game. And
Oh,
just,
that
like,
would
leave
be
them notes
fun.
and stuff. Because I would
There's
love...
no way Chris isn't going to say something creepy here. This
No,
is going to be real gross.
Yep.
No, it's not gonna be gross. But I definitely always, because I was sitting there talking to Mike about it, and he's like, "Well, what would you even write to Haley?" And I was like, "I would just put, if you ever think about divorcing me, I will kill you." And I would just love to see what her response would be, you know, because it's gonna be some automated shit, you know, where it's just like, "Oh my god, thank you so much for thinking about me," or some dumb shit like that, you know. Like, it's never going to actually be able to respond to what you said, so it's going to be some dumb automated shit. Oh my god, that'd be great.
They'll be like, "Oh, you left me a note. That's so sweet."
I love you, honey. And it's all like, I will kill you. I'll do that. Read that note. It came from the heart. Just let you know that now.
Came from
So,
the heart.
Chris, aside from, like, drooling over Haley, who's your favorite NPC?
They probably Abigail, honestly.
Who? Abigail?
Abigail. Yeah,
Oh,
I
not wife?
flirted with Abigail so much while trying to fucking get Haley to marry me. It was ridiculous, dude. I can't tell you how many like favorite points I lost from Haley because I was flirting with Abigail so much. I'd be like, "All right, Abigail, you need to go on somewhere. I gotta fucking spend some more time getting Haley to love me again. You need to fuck off." And then I would get Haley up a little bit. And I'm like, "I haven't seen Abigail in a little while. I'm gonna go visit Abigail." I also like
my favorite character's Pam.
Well, I also like the pirate that shows up to give you the fucking. Well, you guys never got to the marriage, but whenever you
No,
actually,
but I
like,
know
get them-
about it.
Yeah, whenever you
Yeah.
actually get them to the point where they're ready to be married, you go to this beach on like a rainy day, and there's like this fucking pirate that's never there, standing there, and he gives you this necklace that was found out in the ocean, and you have to give them that to start the marriage ceremony.
Oh, you know, I've seen him standing
Yeah.
there. But he just said, "You're not ready for what I have."
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's because
And
your
I'm like,
relationship points are not.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, and you want to know the worst part? You can't level up relationship points with your multiplayer person.
Yep.
So you're just like giving them crap, and you're like, okay.
Yep.
That's what I was about to ask, is whether or not you could marry
can
or
marry
have the
a
relationship
player.
with your multiplayer. Okay.
Yeah, you can marry a player, but you have to find a bunch of crap that I haven't found yet. So, you know what happened when I was trying to propose to Mandy and it was like a whole mess of me trying to propose to Mandy?
Yeah.
That is now playing out in Stardew Valley.
Well, you keep sleeping with me.
Well,
and,
like,
you know,
once
we
Mandy's
own
just
a
like,
farm together.
"Have you found a prismatic shard yet?" Like, have you? No, I haven't found a prismatic shard yet.
You're the one
Okay.
in the mines.
That's what you need me for, dude. I got you. Throw me in the mines, man. I'll bring you a shard back quick. Ease.
Perfect.
Done. I might die a couple times because I don't pay attention to my fucking stamina, Kelsey. But
God
I
damn
tell
it,
you
stop
what,
that.
I get it sooner or later. Oh shit, that's fucking
Mostly
cool.
because it's fun to annoy you.
I know it is.
Well, it's funny because I did that in. I don't know if you guys ever played any of the Fable series, but I did that in Fable 3 because you could actually have your friends join into your world, and they would actually be like part of your world and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. You can only do one person, and like you could actually open a business together and stuff like that. But in order to do that, you had to get married first.
Oh.
And so, like, this is, I used to play it with, was it Kiprin? Yeah, I want to say I played it with Kiprin, but maybe it was Dylan. We're going to say it's Dylan because he's fucking Dead Funny team member. And so it was Dylan. So I had to marry Dylan just so that way we could open a business together.
Nice.
And I was like, all right, dude, we're getting married. We're going to open this business together. And then I'm going to divorce you and take the company.
I will say, Kelsey, the worst part though about Stardew Valley in terms of like the relationships on the girls' side, you could tell this was made by a guy. The girls
This is
are all
unfair.
the boys are all so boring.
They are not. They all look like Goku.
They're so
True.
boring.
There's a sad boy. There's
there's
an
a
author.
super emo boy.
There's
There's
an emo boy.
a drunk boy.
Oh, you got a
There's-
jock. There's a jock.
There's
The
a
guys-
jock that's
yeah,
Alex.
There's a jock.
There's
yeah.
Goku, who is also a jock because
Goku.
he's on a skateboard. There's the Elliot, who looks like a vampire, and he's a writer.
He has very
And
long
then there's
hair.
the doctor, who is impossible to find half the
The
time.
doctor's really cute.
Yeah, that's who I'm trying for.
I feel like there's pretty close to like an even match per like girl for guy. Like you got the jock guy.
The
you got
girls
the
are
jock
all
girl.
super cute.
Maybe.
No, the girls have at least some level of cuteness. Like they all are at least very cute.
Maybe.
The guys are like, why?
Maybe. Just maybe. Your standards are a tad bit too high. Maybe you need to bring
Yeah.
that down a little bit, man.
What it is I am just far too attractive to be replaced by a video game.
Yes.
All right.
That is
No,
definitely the case
I
there.
tried to date your equivalent, but
Who the-
he
Who?
The homeless guy lying and stuff.
Clint?
like that.
I thought you were gonna go with Dimitri.
no, the blacksmith. He's like your equivalent.
He is the saddest boy of all.
Well, that's because he's constantly after one of
He's
the girls
just
that you can
staring
date.
at Emily, asking
I
her
didn't
out.
say in personality.
Whatever. No, it's fine. Clint is the most depressed person in that game. He wants to leave and he can't.
More than the drunk guy,
Yeah, I think so.
or the war veteran who came back and is just constantly sad.
Oh, I forgot about
Is
that.
that
Yeah.
the- Is that the old guy in the wheelchair?
No.
Once you get to year
I hate
2,
that
it's
fucker too, though.
it's like
What, the
I-
old
it's
guy
like
in the
Jody's
wheelchair?
husband.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck the guy.
You know
in
the
wheelchair,
funny
dude.
thing about him? If you become his friend, do you know what gifts he gives you for being his friend?
Cody,
They're like
how
stone.
have you not gotten a marriage yet?
No, listen.
I'm like,
Listen,
how?
do you
You've
know
had
what gifts?
relationships with like every townsperson.
Well, no.
Whenever
we
I
know
go to
Wikipedia.
play,
The
whenever
reason
oh,
I
okay,
have
fair
not
enough.
gotten married is because I'm playing the game with my wife. And we, in the game, are sleeping together.
See, I'd be like, fuck that. I'm like, Mandy, look, you do you. I'm gonna go fuck Haley. All right, you do you. Hey,
Well,
chill.
and I kind of
Okay.
like, I tried to talk to Emily once and she just talked about her spirit song or something. And I'm just like, nope.
So this is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. Cody's gonna be farming. Mandy's gonna be doing the ranching. I don't know what Kelsey's gonna do. I don't know what her job's gonna be yet. But Kelsey, me and you are gonna play wingmen with each other, and we're gonna get each other laid. That's gonna be our main goal of the game. You're gonna pick one guy, and my job is to get you laid by that guy.
Oh my god.
That's
Yeah,
gonna
any-
be
It's a
our
long
ultimate goal.
time.
Yeah,
When I'm
any
out
other
of the
games
mines.
we play, I'll try to get with some other guy, but
Stardew, there just wasn't. But the point is, if you befriend the old man, what he sends you as his friendly gift is rocks every time.
oh, that's yeah.
He just mails
him,
you
dude.
rocks.
Fuck him, dude. There's so many times I'm like, I would love to just grab your wheelchair and just push you off a cliff, like ease.
He is a jerk.
So many
He's
times. So many times. There's so many people. I wish you could kill something. I
Oh
want
my
someone to
gosh.
give me a mod where you can actually kill the NPCs. That'd be
Pretty
great.
sure that's a thing.
It probably is.
There's a
that would be
mod where
so
you
much
can
fun.
butcher your animals.
Ooh.
No, that's not fun.
I like how they put pigs in the games, then had to figure out what to do with the pigs other than kill them.
Yeah.
So they're like, they're truffle pigs, not for eating pigs.
Jesus, dude. Yeah,
Uh,
I want to say
developer-
the only thing I hate
developers
is whenever you have
want
like
you
the
to kill
dances
the
and shit.
animals.
Well,
Huh?
yeah, for sure. Of course not. They don't want it to be like too gruesome. It's supposed to be like this fun, happy-go-lucky game for kids,
Yeah.
and nothing but adults play it.
Yeah. Do you know?
Because-
Do you know like
because
who
you
it was
can date
made by
people like
too?
Haley. What?
Do you know who it was made by?
So
So it was
yeah,
made by.
it's Puffelfish, right? Or Chucklefish, right?
Yeah, but that's one
Concerned
guy,
Fate.
and he was
You cut out
during
and
the
he was
whole
what?
time he was developing it.
He was
He
what?
was working in a
He was
movie
working in
theater.
a movie, and he was a computer programmer, but he was like graduated from school with a CS degree.
So maybe he was seeing like all these people going on dates and getting like the whole high school scene like
Being
literally
happy.
in front of him, and so he
Yeah.
was like, "Well, I can't do that because I've got no fucking life," and then just fucking put it in Stardew.
Yep. Yeah, but it's interesting too, because this is one of those like funny cultural divides. You know, we were like talking about anime. It's a Harvest Moon game, but the backdrop, all of it is very American, which is kind of funny
Mhm.
because it looks like a Japanese game,
Yep.
but all of the characters are very American and like archetypically very American. So it's kind
That's
of funny in
interesting.
that way. Like
Yep.
having Joja Mart, having like Pam, the like drunk lady that lives
that-
in a trailer.
Yeah, there's a drunk lady.
Oh
too.
my god, dude, that's another person I would love to kill. Like if I just blow her
Pam?
up, fuck
But
Pam,
Pam drives
dude.
the bus.
It's
I
literally-
give
I kid you not,
Pam a
Kelsey.
beer a day.
I kid you not, Kelsey. Your farm is like all the way to the left, and then you walk down this cobblestone road, and then you get to the town square, and that's where all the nice houses are, and then you go across the bridge. The only reason
She's
to
not
ever go
across
across
the
the bridge is she not?
She's-
She's at the bottom.
No,
She's
she's
at
like
the bottom.
right next to the mayor's house, which is
Yeah, she's just
way
south of the
funnier.
mayor.
Oh, he just be slinging it to Pam for sure.
No, he's not.
Okay,
He
if he's not, Kelsey or Cody, Mandy, please inform Kelsey what the first item you found for the mayor is.
Yeah, you
What?
find his boxers.
His boxers.
I think you're thinking of Marnie, not
No,
Pam.
I know where his boxers were. That was at the chick that does the ranching and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
Marnie.
I know that, but I guarantee you he's slinging it to Pam. I don't know how he got to Marty's house. I'll get to that. Don't worry. Fucking Detective Koopa is on the case. But I kid you not, the entire right side looks like it could turn into a trailer park. I'm not lying to you. The entire right side looks like it could be a trailer park. And that's where
That's
Jojo Mart is.
Jojo Mart
too.
and the blacksmith.
Yeah. The blacksmith
And
just needs
the
to leave.
museum.
Well, the museum's there too. Yeah.
Who cares?
Museum's
Fuck
okay.
the museum. No, fuck
Oh,
the
but that's how
museum.
you get all the weird furniture. I love it.
I'm so
God,
done with you,
knowing
dude.
nothing about this game, this entire podcast has just been a trip of you guys being like, no,
Sorry.
there are trouble pigs. You go to the museum for the weird furniture. I'm like, what the shit is this?
You should.
You
play
can blow homeless men. Like it's
this. That's so dumb. Oh my god.
Oh my god! The sad part is like as you said. I mean, knowing Cody, it should have been very, very apparent that the one person he would choose to bond himself with is the only homeless guy on the fucking game.
It's my people that I always go for is Pam for sure. Beer a day for Pam. I love Pam.
Fucking dude, I'm so done.
Linus, definitely.
Oh my god!
And now that I've talked to all the women, Maru for sure. Although in one of my games I'm romancing Emily and Abigail, but she's okay. She's fine.
I told you, dude. I fucking
She's
knew it.
okay.
She is okay. She's fine.
Everybody goes for Abigail at some point. Everybody. Does.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody does. She's just like she's like the chick that's cute. Like Haley's hot, obviously. She's the jock chick. But Abigail's the chick that's cute, and she's just the safer bet. You know what I mean? She's the safer bet.
Kelsey, I just want you to look up Stardew Valley Haley so you know what Chris is talking about.
In your mind, what you're thinking. It's exactly that. Again, a very American character.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's perfect
Yep.
because if you take what's her name, Haley, and you age her up 30 years, you get Pam.
Well, that's what happens if
It's
you
the
don't.
natural progression of life.
That's what happens if you don't marry her. Because if she stays single, then she's gonna get with Alex. He's gonna fuck up his arm or some shit and not actually go for his football career. And then they're gonna go in a fucking trailer park together. That
I now get how funny your joke is.
boom.
What?
I
mine?
Googled
Yeah,
both
it
of
was a
them.
solid joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good. It was good for sure.
Self high five. No, but Google Robin
This
and
fucking
Robin's
guy.
whole life.
This fucking
Oh my
guy.
God.
You'll
I can't
understand.
talk about a funny conversation that we had on a review show that some people might have missed, but you're fucking high-fiving your fucking self for fucking jokes on the goddamn I'm done with you, dude. I'm so fucking done with
Wait,
you right
what's
now.
wrong? What happened?
You fucking
He's
yelled
angry
at
that
me.
you high-fived yourself.
You yelled at
Why-
me for having a shameless plug about the fucking Fallout 76 review show. And you're over here fucking high-fiving yourself for a goddamn joke. Get the fuck out of here.
So there was a time, there's this one game that I'm good at compared to everyone else, and I don't think I'm actually good at the game, but anyways, I've played a lot of GoldenEye for the N64,
Oh,
and
my God.
when I play that game, I just like becoming a bad person,
Yes.
and I started saying pro tip to people over and over and over again. Like, pro tip, you have to puppy guard the armor. Pro tip, you don't want to use that gun, it sucks. Pro tip, you auto aim, and I just kept doing that as I'm
And
like
he
winning.
Green peaks like crazy.
Yes, I do. I play that game the way it's meant to be played. All right, screen peeking is part of the game.
Back in those days, I mean, he's not.
Don't you love that? Like, did you ever have that experience when you were a kid when like on your like friends or your brother's screen, they'd have like a sniper rifle and you would see the crosshairs go over the back of your head and then you duck?
Oh yeah.
And they're
for
like,
sure.
how did you know? How did you know? Like, I felt like crouching right then, right when you were about to shoot me in the back of the head.
So now, dude, I saw
No.
this beetle run across the ground. I just wanted to see it real quick.
So it really just sounds like Chris was better at lying when he did this.
That's the dumbest shit in the world, by the way. That's the dumbest shit. I was playing Halo the other day with my fucking family. We're in the middle of getting our asses kicked. And I look down at the fucking scoreboard, and my mom is chilling with, like, barely any fucking kills. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, do you not see the Beatles on this map? What the fuck are you looking at goddamn insects for? We should be killing other people. What are you doing? What are you fucking doing? She's over checking out the goddamn scenery. Meanwhile, me and my cousin are getting our fucking shit wrecked. I'm like, please,
That's great.
for the love of God.
Have you seen the Beatles? Oh my god. Your mom's amazing.
What the fuck? Oh, good lord. But anyways, go ahead and wrap this up. If you want to see, which I mean, it's probably going to happen regardless, because I mean, at this point, I think all four of us are pumped for it. But if you want to see a Stardew Valley Dead Funny gameplay, let us know in the comments below. It's still probably going to happen regardless. But anyways, if you want to
If
see
you
it,
don't, screw
let us
you.
know. Yeah, pretty much. But make sure you subscribe. Also like, comment, turn on those notifications. That way you can get notified every time we upload another video. That's what I was trying to say. And hit us in the little direct links below, like the Twitters or the Twitches, where you could see stuff like, you know, me play Stardew Valley with Mike or some shit. Who knows what's going to be going on down there. Other people stream as well. There's shits down there as well. Check it out. But at the end of all this, hope you guys have a great rest of the week. We will see you next time.